Hello, welcome to another Waiting for Next Year video. Cavs just wrapped up a win over the Boston Celtics in the first game of the NBA season. It's great to have the NBA back. It's my favorite sport, and it's just always good when you get to watch your favorite sport and watch LeBron James play on your favorite team. That's just always a treat. He was fantastic tonight. If we're talking about the good things that happened in this game, I'd say LeBron James was certainly one of the good things that happened in this game. He doesn't look like he's slowing down at all. He looked incredible. His passing was incredible. He can still score. He can still impose his will on guys. Watching LeBron James is always a treat. There were certainly some negatives, and it's negatives that aren't overly surprising or anything we didn't kind of know. Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade in the starting unit it's going to be a problem. I know there's egos, I know that there's reasoning, but it doesn't feel like basketball reasoning. Those two were pretty bad. They were the only two starters that didn't have a positive plus-minus. And meanwhile, J.R. Smith had a +7. And it's just pretty easy to see that the Cavs need J.R. Smith both for his defense and for his shooting, because they're deficient in both of those areas, and that's a problem. So it's one of those things that is pretty obviously going to be a thing for a while, and then finally Ty Lue's going to relent and take one of those two out and insert J.R. Smith. The problem with the J.R. Smith with the second unit is twofold. It's first, you're missing his defense and shooting, and I'm not pretending he's a great defender, but he's certainly an improvement from Derrick Rose or Dwayne Wade. But you're missing his defense and his shooting with the starting unit. You're also asking him to take on a bigger role with the second unit and try to create more offense rather than just take open shots, which isn't his game, which doesn't play to his strengths. So, part of the problem is that with having J.R. Smith on the bench, you're not only maximizing him with your starters, you're also weakening the strengths that he does provide. And it's kind of similar to Kevin Love. I think Kevin Love had the 4th or 5th most shots. I think the 5th or 6th most shots. I think he had one more than Jeff Green, but that kind of tells you the problem. When Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade and Jeff Green are taking that many shots. Jay Crowder had more shots, I know, than Kevin Love tonight. He should absolutely be the focus. So you've got guys who are effective in specific roles, like Kevin Love and J.R. Smith, and you're not using them in those roles. And instead you're putting guys like Derrick Rose and Dwayne Wade and Jeff Green in roles that are much larger than what they should be. And it's not completely clear if those guys would accept roles that were smaller. So it was a strange game. Of course, Gordon Hayward had the gruesome injury almost immediately in the game, and that put a damper on it. It's hard to take much from the game after that because that injury kind of deflated the game. Cavs got up big and then kind of shut down for a little while. We were able to eke up the win later. But I don't know that the Celtics played amazing in their comeback. They actually took the lead for a while in the 4th. I think it was a lot of just the Cavs playing awful. And I don't know if it was necessarily playing awful as much as playing awful lineups that just don't have much of a chance to play better than that. So certainly some worry there. But it's a win. It's fun to get a win. The Cavs have a pretty easy schedule here for the first month, so hopefully we'll see a lot of those. Hopefully they can work some of this out. It's a roster that looks like with Isaiah Thomas could be really fun. And without Isaiah Thomas, it's going to struggle, and it's going to drive us all a little bit crazy. So I expect the first month or two to be pretty bumpy before the Cavs kind of figure it out and move forward from there. The other big, obviously the big thing in this game was Kyrie Irving coming in wearing a Celtics uniform. He got some boos, whatever. I'm okay with fans being fans. You react to how you want. The guy literally said he wanted to play for any other team and then trash us on his way out. Fans are going to boo. Fans don't put that much thought into this stuff. They want to cheer their favorite team. They want to boo the other team. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. I don't think fans need to sit down and write a 5-page book report on what they thought about Kyrie before this. I think, he plays for the other team now, so he's going to get booed, and that's fine. I think it was really nice to get this out of the way in the first game. Kyrie leaving is going to kind of hang over the team for a long time, especially with Thomas out. That's going to really extend the window that we're going to be thinking and talking about this. But it was nice to just see him in a Celtics uniform for that first game to kind of get that out of the way so that it wasn't a date on the calendar that was circled that we're all waiting for. It's over. It's done with. It was weird at first to see him in another uniform, but that all changed pretty quick. I think I got used to it. I think everybody kind of got used to it. Just I didn't think about that much after a while. So, it was kind of nice to get that out of the way. It's nice to get a win out of the way. It's nice to get the season underway. I'm complaining a lot about rosters and lineups, but this is a team that's deep and talented, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure out some lineups that work. Jay Crowder looked really good. Kevin Love, in a limited role, I don't think he, looked great, but we need more from him for sure. Rose and Wade were problems. Like I said, Jeff Green up and down. Tristan was fine off the bench. Corver was pretty terrible, but again, I want to see him in a role that fits more. So not a lot to take from the first game. It's basketball. You can't take too much from one game, but it was interesting. Whenever you identify problems prior and then those problems pop up immediately, you take them a little bit more weight. So hopefully those get figured out. We'll talk again throughout the season. We'll keep a tab on this, and like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Appreciate you watching. This is Waiting for Next Year. See you next time.